This is Jared Blumberg with API News. We're on the scene at Randall Boulevard, where 1 of 6 panthers have been killed in the past 2 weeks. This has been a huge problem lately with the management of panthers in this area, and later we're going to talk to Professor Tess, endangered species analyst, where we're going to figure out what's going on and what we can do to fix it. The road where the Florida panther was found is a very busy intersection and is also very close to the forest. You can see how problems can arise with no streetlights and at night when cars are driving down this busy road, not able to see the panthers and vice versa. This causes many panthers to be killed. Thank you, Professor Tess, for meeting with us this afternoon. I just want to ask you a few questions on the panthers dying all of a sudden.
Okay.
My first question is, what steps do you think can be made that haven't been made to prevent this from happening in the future? Because it's been 6 in the past 2 weeks, and I feel like that's a flying number. So what steps do you think can be made to avoid that happening?
A lot of the deaths are happening at night, so I think implementing more streetlights in areas that don't have them, as you can tell over here, would help a lot. The panther didn't have a tracking collar, which is also a big problem within the Florida management of panthers. So if we can just have a bigger idea of how many panthers are here and what we're working with, then I think that we can do that. The panther was found without a collar, which means it was undocumented, and we have no idea in our systems what or where the panther is at all times. So knowing this would really help us.
Another very popular question that a lot of people have is, how is the environment going to be affected by the panthers being extinct?
The environmental impact of the panthers being endangered will eventually lead to them being extinct, and being extinct will lead to their prey overpopulating, creating a bigger problem throughout the food chain.
Like we both know, Florida panthers are dying at a rapid rate, and there's only about 130 left. What happens if they do become extinct?
If they eventually become extinct, then their prey will overpopulate, affecting the food chain in many sorts of ways. If we don't succeed with stopping this, then they'll eventually become extinct, and Florida will have to pick a new state animal.
So you seem to be very passionate about the Florida panther, and I was just wondering, why is that, and what connection do you have with them?
Just as a kid, my dad used to take me to Miami Zoo. We used to see the panther, and I just got heavily influenced as a young kid just to want to take action and want to save these animals.
Of the many issues and topics that we covered in class, one that had a huge impact on me was the last field trip that we did when we went kayaking, and I was able to get up close and personal with the issue and see exactly what's going on. Seeing the smaller fish within the roots and seeing the female fish being able to go over there safely and lay their eggs, it's going to lead to a really big increase in the population of these fish. And an increase in building and developing, we're going to lose all these places to go kayaking and all these state parks. So I think this problem really needs to be addressed more openly and more commonly in the near future.
The legacy and the history of these sites was the most important thing I learned in this class. Also, what Jared was saying about the beauty and how we don't get to really embrace it as much as we do in other classes.
My favorite trip for sure was canoeing. Just being able to be so hands-on with the project at hand, and being able to actually get in the water for once and seeing everything up close really changed my view on everything. And being so close up and it being our last field trip, after learning all the other things on the other field trips, putting all that information together on this one trip, actually going out into the water and being able to put all the concepts into reality really helped me understand everything that we went over in this class, and hopefully you continue to do that with the other students.
My favorite trip of this was Barefoot Beach. I really just enjoyed being out in the beach, seeing everything. It was very natural and preserved. I really just hope that you continue to do this with all your classes. I really did learn a lot from it.
What surprised me most about this course was how involved you allowed us to get throughout the course. Usually taking an online course, everything's on the computer, and usually you don't have an interaction or a relationship with your professor. But you changed that, and you allowed us to meet other students in the online class through the field trips. And not many classes in college allow you to go on field trips, and I just thought it was a fun class.
Like Jared, the biggest surprise I had was the amount of field trips we went on. I just felt like it was every other week we were going on a field trip, and I really did enjoy it. Writing reports really did give us background information on the site, and it really helped us when we went there and saw everything.
The best advice that I have to future students is don't hold back, go on the field trips with an open mind, and just enjoy it as much as possible. You don't really have a choice on the matter, you have to go. So might as well enjoy it like I did, and me going with an open mind completely changed my experience on every single field trip, and I'm so glad I took this course. What suggestions do you have for future students, Sam?
Future advice I would give for students taking this course is make sure you take it with a friend. Like that was my biggest thing. If Jared didn't take this with me, it would just, I don't know, I'd have to meet other people. But